Step back, quick, check back, got my name up, now they text back. I'm so fucking greedy, I sit back like where the rest at.
Alright, yes, I'm back with another video. This time it's not a breakdown video. It is solely a reaction video. Oh yeah, that's me in the background. Alright, what you're seeing right now is the Three Not So Wise Men Talking Wrestling. That is the podcast that I am on with me, Audi, Chris, the one in the middle, and CT. We come from the perspective of the casual fan's point of view. Hold on, see, I'm yep. The casual fan's point of view, the hardcore fan's point of view, and the professional point of view. I am the casual fan. I was going from wrestling for about 15 years, came back, and thanks to the hardcore fan, which is Chris, who's been in it for a minute, and so yeah, he got me back into wrestling, and so I have my god brother CT over there. He's actually he used to wrestle professionally. He had injuries. He's thinking about coming back as a manager, which he should if he watched this video, which you should. But yeah, it's yeah, he's been in Impact, Ring of Honor. He's been quite a few places, and he's big in the independent. He was big in the independent circuit. Yeah, but it's not about that right now. I just wanted to shout them out. I just wanted to shout the podcast out. Also, while you are here, please, if you like this video, please like it. If there's something that you like about it, please comment. If there's something that you don't like about it, you can dislike. You know, I have no power over your fingers. If there's something that you don't like about it, please write a comment. I love the feedback. If it's because I'm just a big poo-poo head, I'm sorry. I would still love the feedback, but me being a big poo-poo head is not something that I can change. Hopefully, that'll be something that it becomes endearing. That dislike becomes a like by me being a big poo-poo head. All right. But anyway, I did a breakdown video about a week ago of Bo Burnham, Welcome to the Internet. And I got a request by Dravens. He wanted me to do Thank You God by Tim Minchin. Never heard of this guy before, so this is going to be a real reaction video. So I'm about to watch this. Thank you, Dravens, for requesting this. Hopefully, this is something that I truly enjoy, or I find it so cringy that it is hilarious. If there's anything that you want to see me react to, I'm actually going to do try not to laugh challenges, and y'all can comment what type of punishment y'all want to see me do. Also, in order for y'all to see that, please subscribe so y'all can get, you know, notifications by hitting that bell. Also, it is down at the bottom somewhere. I don't know where it's at. It's just somewhere over there. But yeah, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Send me what type of punishments on Try Not to Laugh challenges. You can send me some suggestions for some Try Not to Laugh challenges. Yeah, but hit that notification so y'all can see it. So yeah, so right now I'm doing a reaction video to Thank You God by Tim Minchin. There was a lot of Tim Minchin videos that did Thank You God by a whole bunch of people. So I actually went to his page and pulled this one up. So as we go, let's get started. I'm not really cool on having it on this side. I think I'm going to move myself over here. Hey, TV magic. Hey. All right, so here we go. Tim Minchin.
Sorry, I'm procrastinating. Look, it's just something I kind of need to address, and I should do it. I know.
Okay, so he has an orchestra behind him. How big is this guy? Because this video is 9 years old. It had about 9 million followers. I mean, 9 million views or whatever. But I'm not aware of who he is. Is he still working or anything like that? Yeah, let's
I
just
should do it
keep
now.
watching.
That, over the years, I've realised that a lot of my audience has come to my shows.
Does he have on a wig?
Particularly because of sometimes because I quite
That
often
looks like
sing
lace
about
front.
beliefs. Specifically, in the past, I've sung a lot about faith and religion, and if I'm completely honest with you, I've tended to mock some of the, not in general, but some of the more the perceived hypocrisies. But I just don't want anyone to be waiting for that because I'm not doing it anymore. Well, I know it's. Look, I should. You've earned an explanation. You're right. It's something happened to me. You see, when I was touring my.
Okay. So, I have no context. What's going on? Did not see this show at all. Again, it's the first time watching. He reminds me of somebody, and I can't put my finger on it right now. But we admitted in. I want to see the setup.
Last show in Australia. It was the beginning of last year. And I was doing a gig, not one of my gigs. It was it was actually a new material night, hosted by the Ross Noble, you know, the long-haired mentally ill northerner. And
Wow.
he's not obviously. He's a genius, which is a mentally ill person with an audience. He's beautiful. He's Ross. He's the best, and he does this amazing gig. And we were having a drink afterwards, and it was a really nice vibe in the bar. But I noticed this dude who slightly uncomfortably was hovering, sort of on the periphery of our group. And I noticed in particular, this tall, really handsome guy had those nice dreadlocks that you can get for about 600 quid at the hairdresser, and he had a shirt open to about here, and it's very tanned. But I noticed in particular because he had a long silver chain, and hanging on the end of the chain, a quite prominent silver cross. You know, the sort of cross you might wear if you're a fan of intersections. Or the lowercase letter T. Or probably most commonly if you're a fan of the apparatus by which first century Romans put to death and tortured Jewish insurgents. And anyway, he was sort of standing there, and eventually he made the move, and he came over. It's lovely, polite guy. He said, "Hi, g'day, I'm Sam." His name was Sam. He said, "I'm from Dandenong." He was from Dandenong, which is the suburb of Dandenong set in the Dandenong Ranges, just to the southeast of Melbourne. And we got talking, but I could tell he wanted to talk to me, and eventually he managed to kind of, isolate me from the pack. And he said, "Tim, I've always wanted to talk to you because I'm a fan of your work, and I don't want you to think I'm offended or anything, but as you might have noticed, I'm a Christian." And he said, I've always...
Okay, so I'm guessing he's an atheist or something. And he's done a lot of stuff in his shows that were anti-Christian, I guess. That is going to be... I know that's a hot button topic. I'm not sure if he's artistic in it. We're about to see if he is, or if he's just one of those people that just bashes Christianity to just bash Christianity. All right, well, we just gonna keep going.
I always wanted to ask you why you don't believe in God. And I said, "Well, Sam, I don't believe in God for the same reason that anyone that doesn't believe in a thing doesn't believe in it, because I haven't yet been offered enough evidence to allay my doubts." And he said, "But you don't just go through your whole life only believing things for which you have evidence." And I said, "Yeah." Well, that's pretty much how I stutter my way through my turgid existence, yeah.
Okay, I'm liking him so far. The timing, the facial expressions, it's working. It's working.
And he said, "What about love?" And I said, "What about love, Sam?" And he said, "Do you believe in love?" And I said, "Yeah, I believe in love. I think I am loved. Sure." And he said, "Aha! You don't have any evidence for love." And I said, I think.
Sorry about that. No. We're back. And go.
Yeah, Evidence? Sure, I mean, love without evidence is stalking. And he said, well, Tim, if it's evidence you want, how about this? And he told me this story, this incredible story about his mum. You see, Sam and his mother were members of a big evangelical church congregation in the Dandenongs, you know, one of those new glassy type ones. And in her early 60s, Sam's mum had gone to the doctor with a problem with her eye, and he had diagnosed an irreversible degenerative eye disorder. And he told her that if she didn't get surgery very quickly, that she would lose her eyesight. And Sam's mum was afraid. She didn't believe in modern medicine. She didn't trust doctors. She was afraid of hospitals and the idea of surgery. But Sam and his mum went to this church, this incredible church. And that Sunday, the entire congregation of their church, some 1,700 people, prayed at the same time for Sam's mum. And the following Tuesday, they went back to the doctor, and there was no sign that there'd ever been anything wrong with her eyes. She was healed. She was cured. And the reason this story had an impact on me is because I try to be intellectually honest with others and with myself, and all I've ever asked for is evidence. And here I was witnessing a first-person account of what can only be described as a miracle. So I went home and I wrote this song. I have an apology to make. I'm afraid I've made a big mistake. I turned my face away from you, Lord. I was too blind to see the light. I was too meek to feel your might. I closed my eyes, I couldn't see the truth, Lord.
All right. I know that I'm laughing a little preemptively, but I see where this is going. I'm going to keep it going. I just want to say that his commitment to the moment is astounding. Look like somebody, and I can't put my finger on it, but this is about to be epic. I feel it. All right, let's go.
But then, like Saul on the Damascus road, you sent a messenger to me, and so now I've had the truth revealed to me.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Okay, he's a lot different than a lot of atheists, people that just don't believe, because it sounds like he literally searched for truth, and he went to the Bible and he got some information. That Damascus Road and all of that, and the reference was like, oh shoot, he knows something about the Bible. And so and as a Christian, you probably think like even non-Christians know about Damascus and all that. It's not as common. It's probably a little more common 9 years ago, but it's not as common now. Actually, growing up and having questions, talking to atheists and stuff like that, nah, it wasn't even that common then. So yeah, he's versed, he's well versed, and I guess that he really hasn't seen enough evidence to believe that there is a God. So his opinion is genuine. It's not like he just came from hurt or something. He probably, I don't know. I want to hear his story, but here we go.
Please forgive me all those things I said. I'll no longer betray you, Lord. I will pray to you instead, and I will say thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for fixing the cataracts of Sam's mum. I had no idea, but it's suddenly so clear. Now I feel such a cynic. How could I have been so dumb? Thank you for displaying.
Oh, snap. It was all right. It sounded like it was about to be some type of Elton John epic song. Then it sounds like what is that, calypso? Like it just went to the calypso. The lighting was perfect. Oh my god, the lighting was perfect. That changed the emotional, and he's still. All right, I'm tickled pink by that. I think that's the term. All that. Fixing the cataracts.
How praying works, a particular prayer in a particular church. Thank you, Sam, for the chance to acknowledge this omnipotent ophthalmologist. Thank you, God, for fixing the cataracts of Sam's mum. I didn't realize that it was so simple, but you've shown a great example of just how it can be done. You only need to pray in a particular spot to a particular version of a particular God. And if you pull that off without a hitch, he will fix one eye of one middle-class white bitch. I know in the past my outlook has been limited. I couldn't see examples of where life had been
Wow. Yeah, I this is good. Like is not overly offensive. It's not really technically offensive. It's he's like, oh, so I gotta go to this church with this particular God at this particular point, and I can get my cataracts fixed. Well, Sam got his mom's cataract fixed. Like, yeah, it's a miracle for all the world to see Sam's mom. And you say a middle class white bitch, got her eye fixed, and that can be a testimony. And taking it out of this context, just putting it in this perspective of, there's this one proof of this one person at this one spot at this one point in time is proof of God. Is ridiculous, but people got testimonies from all over the world on any particular Sunday, on any particular church, at any particular moment, in any particular religion or spiritual spot. Testimony is a big thing. So you put it in the billions of people that probably have been saying testimonies about all these small little things. Probably is a nice little bit of evidence of small miracles happening all over the world, meaning that it doesn't have to be this particular person and this particular God in this particular church, but it's happening, and a lot of it is unexplained, and it's a healing, and it's the body's like it could go into a million things, but taking it out of just one person at one time, yeah, it seems kind of convoluted, but I'm loving this.
But I can admit it when the evidence is clear as Sam's mom's new cornea, and that's extremely clear. Thank you, God, for fixing the cataracts of Sam's mom. I have have to admit that in the past I have been skeptical, but Sam described this miracle and I am overcome. How fitting that the sighting of a sight-based intervention should open my eyes to this exciting new dimension. It's like someone put an eye chart up in front of me and the top 5 letters say ICGOD. Thank you, Sam, for showing how my point of view has been so flawed. I assumed there was no God at all, but now I see that cynical. It's simply that his interests aren't particularly broad. He's largely undiverted by the starving masses, or the inequality between the various classes. He gives out...
All right. I just want to point something out. I have never seen the maestro just do what he did. I've been to a couple of orchestras. I've probably been to an opera or two, and you know, opera doesn't have, yeah, they still have their maestros down in the pit. But yeah, I haven't seen maestro do this.
I assumed there was no God at all, but now I see that cynical. It's simply that his interests aren't particularly broad. He's largely undiverted by the starving masses.
That boy has some Jay-Z song playing in his head. He ain't paying no attention to this. He rocking like Money Cash Hoes is playing in his head right now. He's not. You're supposed to be guiding the musicians. When they changing and they lose change the page and they lose their spot, they gotta look at you to catch up, and you just like, yeah, no, maestro. Look at him.
The inequality between the various classes. He gives out strictly limited passes, redeemable for surgery or 2-for-1 glasses. He's largely undiverted. Thank you, Sam, for showing how my point of view is so
working,
flawed.
right?
I
See him working,
no
right?
God at all, but now I see that cynical. It's simply that his interests aren't particularly
They paying attention. They looking up at him. He's like, yeah.
Masses, the inequality between the various classes.
Here we go.
He gives out strictly limited passes, redeemable for surgery or 2-for-1 glasses. I feel so shocking for historically mocking you. Your interests are clearly confined to the ocular. I bet given the chance, you'd eschew the divine and start a little business selling contacts online.
Wow.
Fuck me, Sam. What are the odds that of history's endless parade of gods, that the God you just happen to be taught to believe in is the actual God, and he digs on healing, but not the AIDS-ridden African nations, nor the victims of the plague, nor the flood-addled Asians, but healthy, privately insured Australians with common incurable lens degeneration. The story of Sam's has but a single explanation, a surgical God who digs on magic operations. No, it couldn't be mistaken attribution of causation, born of a coincidental temporal correlation, exacerbated by a general lack of education vis-a-vis physics in Sam's parish congregation. It couldn't be that all these pious people are liars. It couldn't be an artifact of confirmation bias, a product of groupthink, a mass delusion, an emperor's new clothes style, fear of exclusion. No, it's more likely to be an all-powerful magician than the misdiagnosis of the initial condition, or one of many cases of spontaneous remission, or a record-keeping glitch by the local physician. No, the only explanation for Sam's mum's scene, they prayed to an all-knowing super being, to the omnipresent master of the universe, and he liked the sound of their muttered verse. So for a bit of a change from his usual stunt of being a sexist, racist, murderous cunt, he popped down to Dandenong and just like that used his powers to heal the cataracts of Sam's mom. Of Sam's mom. Oh, thank you, God, for fixing the cataracts of Sam's mom.
Thank you.
I didn't realize that it was such a simple thing. I feel such a ding-a-ling, what ignorant scum. Now I understand how prayer can work. A particular prayer in a particular church, in a particular style, with a particular stuff, and for particular problems that are particularly tough, and for particular people, preferably white, and for particular senses, preferably sight. A particular prayer in a particular spot, to a particular version of a particular God. And if you get that right, he just might take a break from giving babies malaria and pop down to your local area to fix the cataracts of your love.
Wow. Wow. Um, that was good. That was good. I really enjoyed that. I'm definitely gonna check out uh his other stuff thanks to Dravens. Thank you, Dravens. Dravens. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's based off a locality or whatever. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, God. Um, I think that should be said because this was a good show. This was a good one. Um, so again, if you like this, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe, all of that. I really don't like, prompting people to do stuff that they may not feel comfortable with doing. You know, you know, they might find discomfort in hitting that like button. They could just be trying to hit that like, and it's like, that gave me a headache. You know, but if you did like it and you want to like it, just hit the like. Let me know if I should keep doing reaction videos and breakdown videos and stuff like that. So, thank you all for spending time with me. Till next time, there's another Dravens video that I am going to do, and that one is called Dark Side. Awesome version. All right. So I'm going to check that out. But until next time, peace. Love y'all.